Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Well, this defense for the Colts, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Lawrence to Jones, first down, Jacksonville.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On play action, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action with Ryan. They'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Colts had a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. 54, Mike, 54.
To throw is Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play action. It's Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
No. Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. 20, 10, 5. Yeah, they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They go play action now. Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now ETN to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it. They'll run with ETN. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. ETN once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They go play action with Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Kwity Paye getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Only 4 sacks for Kwity Paye as a rookie, but Indianapolis knew he'd need some time to adjust to the league. In his 2nd season, they believe he's capable of double-digit sacks.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Ryan.
Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They run once more with Taylor. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones.
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking deep for Hilton. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd
Absolutely.
make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Oh, the option to give to Taylor here.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action now. Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 21-17.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 21-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ryan being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Taylor going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Another tote for Etienne.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good hustle here, as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
144 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Ryan.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now it's Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. To throw for it is Ryan. That's caught at the 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. And a good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A give for Taylor running right side. Gets around him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 181 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 40 yards. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a... And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marvin Jones with career touchdown number 60. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty of cash.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Indianapolis, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.